Monday.com calendar for beginners. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be telling you how you can use Monday.com calendar view for beginners and how you can set it up as well. So having said that, let's just jump into the video. So over here, as you can see, I'm logged into my account, and over here they basically, I'm on my dashboard and they're basically telling me what to do. So what we need to do is we need to find our way over into our workspace over here. So on the left side, simply click on your workspaces, and over here you will have your main workspace. So actually I'm going to go ahead and create a new board. All right, I'm going to make it private and I'm going to call it like work schedule over here. And then I'll just simply click on create board, wait for a couple of seconds. All right, got it. So this is it right here. Now what I want to do is I basically would like to actually, wait a minute. I want to go ahead and go with the templates over here. Actually, that's much more better. So in templates, I really want like something that can help me with my schedule, right? So of course, calendar is going to be better. So let's go ahead and click on marketing. And over here, we have a bunch of different ones, but I'm going to click on all templates and I'm going to search for a calendar. Over here, we have work calendar and content calendar. We'll click on work calendar and we'll just simply click on use template. It's going to create our template for us. So just give it a couple of seconds and then boom, you are good to go. So here we go, we have our work calendar ready to go. All right, so down below we have a few tips. Other than that, you can go ahead and put them down, or you can just keep it over here. And as you can see, you have your calendar view, and you can change the view by clicking on add view, and you will have all these other different ones, and that's where you can find the calendar view as well. Now this is a monthly view. All right, you can go with the next view and stuff like that, and then down below you will have all of your tasks per week, right? So over here, since this month, this is April, so now you can go ahead and add new items. So for example, today is 24th of April, it's Sunday. So we'll just click over here and we'll add a item, and we'll call this video deadline over here, and we can add it to a group and we'll call it this week over here, and we'll just call it done. All right, and we'll just give it a high priority, and this is April 24th. So, and we can add in the file over here, and once that's done, we just simply click on create. So there we go, video deadline. And then over here, this is for the next week. All right, we'll add another work schedule. So over here we'll say week 5 deadline over here, and we can also add like a due date as well, and like a timer as well. And over here we can add time at 05, and we can call it PM over here. There we go, click on done. There we go, at 5 p.m. on April 26th, we will have the week 5 deadline for the videos, and we can add it to next week. And over here we can add the status, scheduled over here. Priority should be, for now we can say like high, and then we can click on create. And same thing over here, as you can see now it's done. Then we'll just create one for the Wednesday, and then for the Thursday, and so forth. We can add like more things. And over here I do have to add one more thing over here on Tuesday. Actually, I'll just say have to go record a podcast over here, and I can add it to the next week. And I can add the owner over here, add in the assignee, and I can schedule it over here for now and give it a priority high or medium depending upon the task. And then I can even add like a day or two. Then I'll just simply click on create item. Boom, there you go. So as you can see, this is how you basically do it. And you can also add weeks over here for week, and you can change the view for daily, and right now it's for the month over here. And then over here, as I said before, you can change this color as well. So you can add like a new item or a new group of items. All right, just we click on new item, a new group of items can be created. So it's pretty simple, really good. So if you click on tasks, team task overview, over here you will get a bunch of overview, and over here you will get all of the details. So this is the priority. All right, 7 items that are on high priority, and you can view them over here, and you can view the statuses and assignees over here as well, and when is it not delayed or not due date or past the due date or stuff like that. And it's pretty simple, it's really good. And over here, as you can see, this is the total status for the work, and the work done is only 9.1%. The other ones is need to be scheduled, stuck, or on hold, or on schedule, or undone. So it's pretty simple, it's really good. Now another thing that you can do is you can go ahead and add conditional colors as well. So over here for each cell and each row or each condition, you can add a significant or a different kind of color, and you can go ahead and do that as well. You can add different items, you can add different persons as well. It's really simple, it's really easy. So all you have to do is just go ahead and do that. So this is how you basically do it. And as I said before, down below you will have all of your groups over here. So over here you can go ahead and give it a new group, and you will be like next month, all right, or you can give it a full month over here, and you can call it like May over here, all right, and then you can move it down as well. Like for now we can move it down over here, and then for these items we'll just simply go ahead and remove this because we already have it. So over here we can go ahead and add this as well. We can add new items over here. We're going to add different priorities as well. So for the new item, let's just say learn a new skill by the end of the month over here. And over here we can go ahead and add that, and we can schedule it as well. We can put a status and priority, and we can even add a due date as well. So we can add a due date over here. If we click over here, we can add the due date. So for this one, we can go into the next month, and the due date will be May 31st, right? 37 days left. It's pretty simple. We can add a notification over here as well. And then over here, whenever we have some automations added as well. So whenever the status changes to done, create a pre-made update, and it's on over here. So that's one other thing that you can do, is you can add like different, automations as well. So for example, for next week over here, we have some due dates is overdue. Okay, change it to 2022. And yep, here we go. Boom. Let me just fix this real quick. Some of these errors over here. Boom, there we go. We have it now, and I can even do it for this one as well. Let me just fix this up a little bit, and this one last one over here. Boom, there we go. Okay, we have a bunch more, but we'll just get into it. So this is pretty easy. This is how you can use calendar. And another great thing is you can go ahead and map your entire schedule, even for the next month, or for the entire week, or for the next day. It all depends on you. It's so easy to use, and it's so convenient, and it's really, really fun as well. Another good thing about the calendar view is that you click over here, you can go ahead and expand it as well. So for example, over here, as I said before, you can go ahead and expand it to your own liking. You can add some different views over here. You can even add like a Kanban view. And the Kanban view is going to be completely different, of course, because this isn't for the Kanban view. This is for, the calendar view, and the calendar view is like this. And it's really simple, just really fun. And as you can see over here, if you come over to the next month, it's really simple. You can go ahead and add automations as well. So for example, let's say over here, since this is a deadline over here, I can add an automation over here, and I can click on add new automation, and over here we have a bunch of different ones. So over here, when an item is created, assign creator as person, or when status changes to something, notify me. This will be good. And when date arrives, notify me. All right, we can click over here, we can add that due date arrives, then we can add the notify the status. All right, and over here we can notify me, and then boom, we can create an automation, and we can click on create. Now whenever the due date arrives, I will receive a notification, and I can come over here and check whether or not what's happening on that stuff. So over here, as you can see, we have the status when the status changes to done. So we can go ahead and add an automation for that as well. I think it's already added, but let me just go ahead and add another one as well. So click on add, and now click over here. Now when status changes to something over here, anything can mean anything, but I want it to be done, then notify over here, we can add notify the owner, me, and then create the automation. Now whenever someone changes the status of a certain task or of a schedule, then I will get notifications, and boom, I can go ahead and check it out. So as you can see, it's really simple, it's really easy to use, nothing too fancy. And you can also integrate it with other applications such as Google, you have Twilio, you have other ones as well, but since we are using the calendar view, then Twilio is one of the best ones out there. But you can usually integrate your workspace with Google Drive or Google Calendar with other applications such as like that, and then you can expand your view as well, and you can map your entire day. So it's pretty amazing. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment sections down below and I'll be sure to answer them as soon as possible. So having said that, I will catch you guys in the next video, and until then, take care and goodbye.